Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. When my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Hey, watch your leg.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Check 43.
Hey, lock it. Go. Jackrabbit. Come on. Let's go.
On first down, Bradley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Out.
Go, go, go. Check 31. Check 31.
Let's go.
Now a give, right side. It's Bradley. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Leo. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, set.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
Get that ball. Tight dog.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 19.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. They'll set up the throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Avery Williamson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Bradley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Bradley. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Wahoo! Check 37. Go! Check line 54. Go!
Locked to throw on 2nd down. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Take 4. Take 4.
Throwing his lock on third down. And he's got his man Hilton. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You draw quarter. Rock it. Ready.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Leo. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 50, check 50. 25, check 25.
Christian, travel. Hey, Delta.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready to break.
55. Yeah. Watch out.
Go on.
Switch.
Smooth.
Check right. Watch 55. 6-man. Check girls.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's coming. We got double up.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Bravo.
Mike's 50.
Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Go now. 8, read.
Here we go. Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
Hey, orbit.
4 down. 4 down.
Speed grip.
Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Got one. Check. Check 99.
Hey, Sam on. Go. Shoot.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Second and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, Charlie.
50, Mike, 50.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go, dude.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. The quick slant caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Lock going to throw. That's complete to Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Deuce, 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 deuce. Slam, slam, slam. Sham.
Now a give, right side. It's Bradley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Go. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bradley. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here we go, set, 15, line it, 15 line.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
Hard.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Big grip.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Big hit. Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go, 50, plant. Look at me. Door.
Check 13.
Throwing on second down. Lock. They'll run the screen with Mack. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Three buzz. Check. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Now.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
I'm coming for you, son. 55.
They're going to look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Check 24. He's coming.
They'll run on first down. Bradley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rush in.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bradley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Look, squeeze.
Let's get off the field.
Rock it.
Hey, switch gears.
Let's go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator. Hey, lock it.
Tighten down. There you go.
Hey, Echo. Get it.
2nd and 14. And his throw here is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check for it.
Hey, wahoo. On the ball. Ready.
They'll drop the throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 30. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bradley, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
You're out.
You think you're going to get this? Under 10. Under 10. 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Got it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Fire.
To throw it is Locke. And he's got the hook up to Landry. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
On first down, Lindsey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. That good for 19 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Block off of play action. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Stephon Tuitt forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They look to throw. It's Locke. Looking left side. That's caught by Landry. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 18 yards, but it brings up 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Bullet high. Guard.
Check 9. Alert 3.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Locke, and the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Clock now to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.